and welcome to the very first tutorial on my channel. So today we'll be learning how to make a Minecraft render in Cinema 4D. So this will be a two-part tutorial. First part we'll be showing you guys how to make your skin and customize your skin, and then how to render it. And the second part I'll show you guys how to extrude your skin before you render it to make it look a lot more high quality and nicer. So here's an example of a skin render that I made, so you guys can see that. And this is an example of a skin render that I made. As you can see, it's extruded, the hands are extruded out, it's HD quality, he's holding some weapons, he's doing all that good stuff. So that's all I'm teaching you guys to do today. And so let's get straight into this thing. First thing I'm going to do is open up the Lightroom that you're using. If you're not using a Lightroom, it's okay, but I definitely recommend using Lightroom. It really helps the quality of your images. It doesn't really help before you extrude, but after you extrude, it really gives it that shine. You can see after I extruded, the Lightroom made it look really nice quality like that. So the Lightroom that I use is the Prez Lightroom InfernoCrafter LR Edit. So credit goes to where credit is due, and I'll link this Lightroom in the description. I'll link the video and Prez's channel to that, and all credit goes there. So I'm gonna just open up that Lightroom. That's the Lightroom I use. It really does help. Sometimes it makes the render take a bit longer, but I think it's definitely worth it because the quality is really nice. So let's just open our control browser to get our presets. We're gonna open our presets. You can use whatever rig you use. I use FMR5. In my opinion, it's one of the best rigs out there. I don't know what you guys think on that, but I think FMR5 is the very best rig. I use it all the time. It's the only rig I really use. FMR4 is okay, but FMR5 is really nice just because of how easy it really is to extrude and how easy it is to use. So from here you guys are gonna have frost skin. Also, I'll link the FMR5 video in the description as well. All credit goes to where credit is due. I believe this was created by XI Frost 21. So yeah, credit goes to him for making this awesome rig. And anyways guys, so if you're using FMR5, you can just follow exactly what I do. If not, you guys will have to try and get as close as possible to what I'm doing. So how we're going to start this, you guys will see Frost's rig. You're going to first want to put in whatever skin that you're going to make your render out of. So we're going to go over here, go into skin. You guys will see that skin if you're on FMR5. And it'll say the preset. Now you're going to click on that little triple dot button over there. You're going to go and find your skin. I have my skin. This is my skin right here. So I'm going to click open. And now it'll open your skin. And it might look a little bit weird with those eyes and everything. Those eyes are a normal part of the rig. And if you already have eyes on your skin, you want to turn those eyes off. It's extremely easy to do that. All you have to do is go to here. Go to your go to FMR5 objects. You want to click the objects panel. Click on FMR5 by XI Frost 21. And now you're going to scroll down until you see these options. I like to keep my feet off, so I'm just going to turn those off. What feet are is if you bring your foot up, you can see that it's perfectly rectangular. But if you turn the feet on, you can see it kind of bends out. I don't really like when it bends out like that, which is why I keep the feet off. So I don't know, it's your preference on that. Personally, don't really like feet that much, so I guess you guys can do really over there what you really want to do. It's up to you. But anyways guys, so moving on, let's get into finding what we want to change. So we want to change the eyes. We want to take out his eyes. So if you go over here, you guys can see all this controls. So you can also make double eyes. Obviously if you guys want to turn off the eyes, then you're just going to go to right eye, left eye, click off on both. Now you're going to go over to mouth. I'm going to click off because I don't need a mouth for my skin, but if you wanted a mouth, you could use your mouth like that. Also guys, for the mouth, if you find that the mouth is way too high up, because it just looks really dumb because of how high up it is, I can't talk. You just want to shift click and select all these little things right here, and you're just gonna move them down. So just shift click all these guys. Make sure you get them all. So there you go, we got all of them. Now we're just gonna move them down like that, and then we can move one up. All right, there we go. So now we just made him smile. I don't need that because I have a hat layer on my skin, so it'll cover that thing. So we don't need that. Anyways, let's see what else we don't need. I don't use eyebrows. I don't use pupils, definitely. And I don't use teeth. So now that we've selected all our options, we're going to go into getting into really making the rig. So when you come down here, you see body parts. So you can choose what kind of body you are. If you're an Alex-based skin with like the smaller arms, or if you're a Steve-based skin with the bigger arms. I just use Steve most of the time because I haven't really met anybody's skin who uses Alex arms, honestly. But yeah, you can choose the arms you want there. And anyways, so let's go down there and just change it back to Steve's skin because it looks really weird with Alex. Alright, so now you guys, if you have a hat layer like mine, I have a bandana. If you have a hat layer, then yeah, you can just click on that to select it. If you want to know if you have a hat layer or not, if you open your skin, your skin file, and you zoom in, if you guys can, so you guys will see all the default skin right here. So this little thing, and this little thing, and this little thing, and then you guys will see this something up in a corner. If you don't see it, it means you don't have a hat layer. But if you do see something like that up in a corner, or some sort of like headphones or something, then that means you do have a hat layer. So if you come over here in FMR5 and you click on that, you can turn your hat layer on. So that's why I don't need a mouth, because I have a bandana going over my face. Yeah, love me some bandanas. And guys, after you're done with that, you can choose if you want any armor. I don't really, for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to put on a full set of armor. Make sure you click also for the chest place, for the chest piece. You guys can see it only does that little thing in the middle. So if you want to get the right arm piece and left arm piece, and you also will want to get the lower chest piece. So there you go. Let's just say that's the armor. That's the armor that he wants. I'll just move that thing back. I usually don't put armor on my renders. Sometimes I do, but it really depends what you guys want to do there. So now you guys can choose how you want the armor. So you can choose leather, iron. Actually, I don't have a helmet. So you can choose leather, iron, gold, diamond, or you can choose your own custom thing where you can edit that over here. So you just change the hue, you change saturation. So you guys can customize your own armor, which is pretty cool that he lets you do that. So anyways, guys, let's just keep some iron armor on. Put some iron armor on. There we go. So yeah, that's how you're gonna edit your armor. And lastly, we're gonna go and talk about this thing right over here, the tools. So you can actually just click this little drop down menu and choose what kind of tool you want. And it'll go into the hand. So this would be the right hand, and this will be the left hand. So now you can add your tools in there. You can edit the tools separately if you want, but it's already in there, so I don't suggest you do. And also the cool part is if you move the hand, it'll actually move the tool object with it, so you can, it's a lot easier than having to like clip it together manually. It's much easier, trust me. So anyways, let's put some tools in here. There you go. I think we're done talking about that stuff. I'm just gonna go turn off his armor because I don't like using armor. It looks kind of weird on some skins. So let's just turn off his armor. I'm gonna keep his boots on actually. Yeah. No, not. And now we're gonna turn off all his tools. Keep that on off. And so now we have our skin. You can customize it as you want. But now we're gonna pose this guy. So let's just how are we gonna do this? How about we move him like that, and we move this like that? I think we're actually gonna be using the tools. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Let's see how this turns out. Let's see how this turns out. Alright, now we're gonna grab. Also, guys, if you want to move the move tool, you can move the arm. With the rotate tool, you can rotate the arm any which way. So that's how that tool works. I'm gonna move this guy, his arms up like. Alright, there we go. Get his arms up like that. Now we are going to go over here, go down, find sword, diamond sword, and diamond sword. There we go. And also, I don't want the swords go in his face because that's not good. Just take that out a bit. That would not be very good for my player's health. So just take that out. And also, I want to kind of make the swords, I want to rotate the swords. So I'm going to click on that, click the rotate, and I'm going to rotate the sword. Not like that. So just find the way that you want to rotate it. Rotate it like that, and then move it back into my player's hand. There we go. Yeah, that looks fine. And this guy, we're going to move him into, let's just grab that. Move that kind of down. Alright, there we go. Move that a bit up. And yeah, so I think that looks pretty nice. So there we go, guys. You got your render. You got your pose. You can also pose the legs as you want. So I'm just going to do that. And then do this. There we go. Got our legs posed up and ready to go. And so now I think you guys have got your skin render. Now you want to render this out so you can actually use it as a file. So the first thing we're going to do before we do that, we're going to click this little film kind of stick with the render view. So when you click this, you're going to actually get this view that tells you what kind of render. It'll show you the render, and it'll show you how the render will look when you actually render it out. So this is how the render is going to look. You can see with the Lightroom. The Lightroom doesn't really change anything. It really only starts changing stuff once you extrude. So in the next video, I'll show you guys how to extrude so you can get that good quality render. So anyways, guys, from here you guys can change any things you want. Like, I'm going to say rotate this a little bit. Just rotate this a little bit. There we go. And now you can choose the camera angle. If you guys want to go and edit something over here, but you want to keep your camera angle here, and you don't want to lose it, just go up here, click that little camera object, and then click the black box. So once it shows the white box, it'll save that camera angle, and if you move it around, you can edit that camera angle. So then once you click that black box again, you can come over here, edit it, and you want to go back to camera angle, you just click it, and boom. So there we go, guys. Let's now edit our render settings by clicking that little settings up here. I like to keep mine to 20 by 1080p. For high quality renders, and you can also choose your file, where you want your file to go, by clicking here. And like, let's say we want it to go in this SD screenshots. It's not actually gonna go there. I'd rather not have it go there. But anyways, guys, so from here, I think that's about it. You guys, I have to keep it on alpha channel, which means it's a PNG, which means the background is actually transparent, so I can like put it into Photoshop easily. But you guys can also put like planes and backgrounds behind it if you want. I don't do that, so I'm not gonna show you how to do that in this tutorial. But I'm pretty sure you can put a cube behind him and just, yeah, have fun with that, guys. You guys can really do whatever you want, however you want to do it. And so let's see if I can find it. Yeah, you can add a floor. So if you guys want, you can add a floor and then like pose him down so you can see the floor. So if you do that, if you render that, you guys can see that he actually has a floor under him, which is, it's pretty interesting. But I don't want to drag this part 1 too long, so I'm not going to actually render that whole thing. And let's just delete that. And now, after you do that, guys, you want to come over here and click Render to Picture Viewer. This will render your thing. I'm not actually going to render it because I already have that. But anyways, guys, I hope that was helpful. If it was, stay tuned for part 2. Will be coming out actually probably next week. I'll be showing you guys how to extrude your figure like this. I'll show you guys how to extrude this. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. And yeah, subscribe if it helped. And I'll see you guys later. Zones out.